I'm really pleased to defend our Eagle Championship. Might be a good time if you don't know what the Eagle is. You can ask me that. But these two kids have been in the program for a while. Ellie missed 2 years. She was with track and came back for her 5th year. But we're really excited about the season. We open this weekend with Eric has told me not to call it a scrimmage, but technically it is a scrimmage. It's a counting meet, but it doesn't count for qualification NCAAs. But we open with a real team and real judges this weekend, and we're excited and ready to go. Yes. Oh, it was super. You know, we've worked a long time for it. We've been close, and now comes the hard part, defending that title. Lindsay is irreplaceable in a lot of ways. I think the kids have seen that we're missing her leadership, but she did a good job of mentoring the younger kids in the team, and I think we're finding that we have more leadership than we did have in the past, even though we're missing Lindsay. Athletically, we have not replaced Lindsay, but we're much stronger on the bottom, the beginning end of our lineup, which will be a big help. So I think in total, we'll be a stronger team. Right. Right, and I think our goal this year would be to qualify to regionals as a team, and I think that is well within our grasp. I think we're going to start out stronger. As far as individuals, with the resume of Lindsay to qualify to nationals on their own, that would be a long shot. You know, very honestly, that's very hard to do. And again, like I said, we didn't replace Lindsay. But we've replaced the depth on our team, which will help us get it as a team to regionals. Just doing the hard work it takes to get there, you know, and believing in ourselves. I told the kids when we won that championship, yes, it was hard to win, but it's even harder to repeat. We can't rest on our laurels. I've told them we don't have any laurels to rest on. That was one day that we did an excellent job and beat everybody else in that gym, okay? But now, in order to do it again, we've got to do it every day leading up to that one day in March. That's the hard part.
It was amazing. I mean, like, going into the meet, we weren't fully expecting it. We were thinking top 3, so we weren't thinking about it, but like as the meet went on and you realized like how we were just getting up higher and higher with the scores, and then once that final moment came, it was just like, I remember like everybody was like breaking out into tears. It was like mayhem. It was like amazing. Yes. It was great. I mean, like throughout the season, my vault just kept getting better and better, and to finally hit that peak at that meet at that point in time was just felt great. Lindsay obviously is like one of the best that we've ever had, but being able to like, I don't know, just guide the team and follow in her footsteps. Skill-wise, like I'm not there, but as like verbal and leadership-wise, I think I can fill the place, as well as like other people on this team, like Ellie and all the other seniors. Yes.
Well, I was a gymnast since I was 3, so the retirement process of gymnastics after my sophomore year was obviously not how I pictured my college athletic career going. I had a few knee injuries here and there, so at that time walking away was what was best for my body, and I liked track and field. I got to run track and field in high school, so it really helped get my body back where it needed to be strength-wise, and I loved my time on the track team. I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity to run track and field here at the University of Pittsburgh, and the coaches there were amazing, but I always kind of missed the gymnastics side of things. So having a 5th year, and I talked to Debbie about coming back and getting that opportunity to kind of practice this summer and see how things went. I had the opportunity to finish my gymnastics career on terms that I wanted to, not really on an injury. No one wants to walk away from a long career where I dedicated so much time to on a messed up knee. So I now have the opportunity to kind of come back and finish things how I want them to be finished in my career here at Pitt and as a gymnast. So yeah, I feel a lot better now. Like I said, the coaches have been great in kind of keeping my body healthy, and we have good communication here with the trainers and the coaches and with me as an athlete, so we can kind of monitor my body day by day, and I've been really fortunate this year to not have issues like I did in the past, so I'm looking forward to having a healthy season and a successful season on vault and floor. Those are the 2 events that I compete, so I'm excited. It wasn't my driving factor for coming back. I mean, obviously, I was so incredibly excited for my prior teammates and the girls on the team. It was also a bit bittersweet because, you know, I love gymnastics and I wanted to be a part of that moment, obviously, at the university and with this team, but I was really excited for them, and it gave me a lot of drive to come back this year and make sure that, you know, to take a leadership role in the gym and make sure that keep everyone motivated, because I want that obviously for this team again this year, and the potential to do that again is definitely there with this team, and I want to experience that moment too that everyone else has gotten to experience. So yeah, we've done a lot of pressure sets in the gym, so that's definitely helped with my confidence in both vault and floor. I'm training a brand new vault that I haven't competed in since I was like 17, so there definitely was coming back that, you know, how am I going to handle this under pressure moment, but I've gotten a lot of sets in where, you know, our coaches will stop practice and be like, okay, everyone look at, and they've done it for everyone look at so-and-so on beam, on vault, on floor, on everything, and they kind of add that pressure on you and like the spur of the moment. So it really has set me up, and I want to say the whole team up, for coming into this meet on Friday and the season even for the year, and being able to handle that pressure that we're going to face come meet time.
And I'm more confident now than I was 3 years ago when she was with us. You know, Ellie's stronger, she's healthier, and she's also matured as an individual and as an athlete. You know, she's more focused, and I think the communication that we have with her this year, we've been able to train her better than we did in the past. And I can't wait to see her compete. She actually didn't get to compete as a freshman and a sophomore because she was not real healthy and didn't quite meet the requirements, but she's there now. And again, she's going to be our 110.0 vault that's worth that 10.0 start value, and can't wait to see it. So it's pretty exciting.
The college, yeah. Yes. I did one meet as an exhibition, but that was it. So I'm really looking forward to competing all the meets this year, and like I said, having the only 10.0 vault right now on the team is for me a big accomplishment, but also can really benefit the team. So I'm hoping that I could be there for them in all of the meets this year and kind of get that extra 10th or half a 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, we do a pretty good job sitting down with the team before everything happens and try to lay out a plan as a team. Going into finals week, we have like voluntary practice, but I know like the team is pretty dedicated, so most of the girls get in there on the days they don't have finals. And then going into break, a lot of the girls do go home, but when we go home, our gyms at home are open. So a lot of the girls go into the gyms and train, and then they know too when they come back what's expected, because coming back, we only have about a week before we have to compete. So if you take those 2 weeks off, it's pretty risky, and a lot of the girls know that what's expected of them when they come back.
Yeah, I mean, going into finals is always a stressful time of the year. So, and also knowing that you have season coming up right after that, you need to really be able to balance your time studying and your time in the gym. We have really deep lineups this year, so I'm really confident that everyone will be in the gym over break and during finals week, because there's not really an opportunity for you to take that time off, because you need to come back, and everyone knows we need to come back ready to compete this year and have the successful season that we are going to have.
These kids are used to their whole career being in the gym all the time, training all the time. I think as a freshman, when they first get to school, that's the first time they've ever had a whole week off in their life.
Yeah.
So they will want to be in the gym if just during finals week, just to blow off steam. Maybe stretch, maybe do some cardio, do some tumbling. It'll be a voluntary workout, an unstructured workout, but most of them will get work done. And then they have a week off. They will do something, because they know when we come back, we're doing full routines, and they won't be able to walk in 2 days if they don't do something over Christmas. So they're used to that training.
So obviously overall for the team, regionals is like the big picture for us this year, and then repeating Eagles. Individually, I just, as a senior, want to stay healthy. I would like to compete my 3 events, which are vault, beam, and floor, and get in the lineup like permanently for those. And then just, for the team to grow each meet and to try to hit everything consistently and make sure that we have continue to have our deep lineups that we have right now.
Yeah, going off what Erica said, obviously I know that our goal as a team is definitely qualifying for regionals. We want to be repeat Eagle champions, obviously. So those are our 2 main team goals. For me individually, I want the team to start off really strong this season. Sometimes in the past that hasn't necessarily been the case, and we've had to build. And I don't think that has to be something that has to happen this year. Like I said, we have really deep lineups, so the potential to start off really strong for us and get a solidified spot by the end of the season into regionals is definitely something that I would say my goal for the team is. Individually for me, I really want to stay healthy, obviously. That is my number 1 goal. And I want to contribute to the team on both floor and vault. Right now my vault's really strong, and I'm working on floor, so that's kind of been the event that's coming back on the slower end for me. So I want to, by the season, to have both my spots solidified on both floor and vault.
We talked about this as a team, and I mentioned to the girls that you have 3 kinds of opponents on your schedule. You have those that have more points on the board to start with than you do before you even start competing, and that would be the Auburns and the Ohio States. You have the teams that you should or could beat on any given day, like your New Hampshires, and you have the teams that you have more points on the board and you should beat them. Period. I think if I had my choice, I'd rather compete against a national champion than a team that we know we can have mistakes and beat, because that's when you're going to go out there and just compete without any fear, because you give your all, you have nothing to lose against those kind of teams. And those are usually the teams that you come up with your highest scores against, okay? Because you're competing very freely and you don't tighten up. And you also don't let down because it's so much fun. I think those are the kind of teams we want to meet more and more. You compete up to the level of your opponent.
So you're taking on Auburn. That's your last regular season match. They are a powerhouse, very good. So just touching base on what you just said, how do you think that's going to help you and your team lead into regional Eagles?
I can't wait to go down to Auburn. You go down to the SEC, and one, the scores fly, okay, for both teams, even if you're not an SEC team. Second, it's going to be their senior night. So, traditionally the scores are really flying, okay? So I can't wait to go down there. They are going to have one of the biggest crowds we've seen all year. They probably are one of the top teams as far as numbers putting in their stands. They have really built their spectator base since Jeff has been there. We're coming off our West Virginia weekend, which was really exciting this year, and I expect to be really exciting this coming season. And that is going to be a tune-up for Eagle. Okay, so hopefully we're going to go down and have a lot of excitement, have great scores, and come back and be ready to step right onto that Eagle championship floor. It's going to be fun.
School rivals. How excited are you guys to compete against, represent Pitt against, different rivalries?
We're super excited. I know every time we've competed against West Virginia in the past, 2 or 3 years, it's been really tight scores. So we're excited to go up against them 3 times this year and hopefully come out with 3 wins, because that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm so excited to compete against West Virginia. One of my best friends from club gymnastics is a gymnast at West Virginia, so it'll be a good meet to get to see her and compete against her. We kind of joke around, text message each other, about it. We're excited to see each other, but, like I said, our team is amazing this year. So going down there and the possibility of getting 3 wins against West Virginia, and, it's always fun to beat Penn State when you go to Pitt. So I think those are definitely possibilities that'll happen this year. So it's going to be a really exciting few meets for us, those meets.
Right now, all of our freshmen are contributing. 2 of them are battling injuries, so they're limited to 1 event. They're having some back problems, and they should be our all-arounders. They're limited to to 1 event each. Another one was not expected to be an all-arounder, and she's doing about what she should on 2 events, still pushing her on a 3rd. The other 3 are walk-ons that are right now going to be contributors. Okay, so do any of them stand out right now? No, we're relying on our upperclassmen. Will they be difference makers during the season? Yes. Any one of them. Alicia, who's a local kid, may be one of our best floor routines. Rachel's going to be a big vault and a big bar score for us. Will they have some ups and downs as freshmen in their first collegiate meets? Probably. But we're looking forward to seeing what they can do and where they can help. Megan, when she gets back into the all-around, could be a big all-around.